Hello and welcome back to the third rail. A few of you requested I ran the Märklin Crocodiles that featured in my last video with a bit of stock. So that is what we are going to do today. Avid followers of the channel will already know that my collection mostly contains items produced by Märklin in the 1980s. So what we are going to see might not be for the purists among you, but we'll try our best. I won't talk too much today, so there will be plenty of M-track sounds to enjoy. If you like the sound of that, you can stay with me for a bit, grab your favorite drink, sit back and relax. Before we set off, if you end up liking this video and you want to support the channel, please be sure to hit the like, subscribe and alert button before leaving today. Super thanks are also available if you feel the content deserves it. Whatever the option you choose will be much appreciated. Many thanks. Now, on to our topic. It is surprisingly tricky to put something together with models from the period. Märklin might have sold 6 crocodile versions in the 1980s, but they didn't really do much in terms of rolling stock. The crocodiles were freight locomotives, and the only item in the catalogue for the majority of the 1980s was this lonely wagon from the SBB. To complicate matters further, the crocodiles left the Gotthard route in the early 1960s. This narrows the choice of stock even more. I wanted to do something Gotthard related regardless, so I had to be a bit creative. The Gotthard route handled a lot of traffic between Germany and Italy, so I thought I'd put together a late 50s, early 60s mixed freight train composed of Italian and German wagons. For this, I had to look a few years back in the Märklin production to find suitable Italian stuff, with model number 4550 or the kit version 4950, both made until the early 1970s. I was lucky to find the pile of boxes you see now as a job lot recently. And for Germany, I chose 4619 and 4627. These would have been available since the 1960s, although the 4619s we have here are updated 1980s versions with new markings, so not quite right. I also took out a pair of 4700s, which were first released in the 1980s. And here is the result, a nice long train. And I think the effect is quite good too. And we'll go for a double header. We have 3056 up front, and the 3356 I repaired in the last video behind it. Let's see how we get on. We'll try and maintain a freight speed for the purists. Very nice train, isn't it? This look was quite common in the 1960s. I knew these old Italian wagons would come in handy. Okay, that wasn't too bad, was it? Let's slow down gently now. So I'm going to return the 3056 to its box, and we're going to try and run the train with the 3356 only to see how it goes. It shouldn't be a problem, but I think we'll need a bit more power. Look at that! It's nice like that too. Now the ramp. Cool, we've made it. Well, it's a good performer. Right, I'll put everything away and I'll get something out for the next victim. One moment, please. So we have the 13302 from the 125th year of Märklin anniversary set 3300. And for this one I got some coaches out. The classic SBB standard coaches or Einheitswagen, reference number 4138, and the luggage van, reference number 4146. I don't think these warrant any introduction. And we are on our way. You'd find quite a few open source pictures of this type of consist with the crocodile quite frequently. It also looks similar to the one used by Märklin for their 125th anniversary on the Geislinger Steiger in 1984. Right, this doesn't get old. Right, tidy up time, and I'll get 3352 ready. And here Märklin puts something in its program in the form of set 4786. It is called Historic Cars of the 1930s, and it was released as a special export series in 1988 to go with the Märklin 3352. It was itself released a year earlier. So we shall oblige. I have two of these sets. One is a bit tatty and yellowed in places, but the wagons still run. I'll be honest, these wagons are silly looking, but that was the only choice at the time. And we are back where we started. So let me put this train away. And finally we have the 3556. I think this one reflects the operational state of one of the preserved prototypes. This one is used for historic rides mainly. So I got a few more classics out, the 4066 Einheitswagen 2 and the 4068 restaurant coach. No introduction required here, I believe. There we go, bar the Italian wagons, we saw what could be put together from the Märklin catalogues in the 1980s. Believe it or not, the competition didn't do much better as far as coaches are concerned. For freight, Lima and Rivarossi had quite a few Italian options of course, but Swiss, or what would be now known as Era 3 stock, wasn't plentiful in the 1980s. Most manufacturers have caught up since though, but that is outside of the period I collect. For now, that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, hopefully enough for you to give the like, maybe subscribe if you haven't already done so, or even send a super thanks my way if you feel the video was worth it. Thanks as ever for all your support, and bye for now.